Ryan, just what are your thoughts on the win, especially 8 years since you guys have won in Seattle? How special is to get that off you guys back?
Yeah, it's a good feeling. Obviously, we know from experience, all the boys here, that it's a tough place to come, and being able to make it as comfortable as we were in the end, it's a good feeling for us.
And what do you make of the way you guys played? I mean, you're away to Seattle, you're pressing high on both goals, you frustrated them, caused some red cards, you're holding possession. What does that say about the way you guys want to play?
Yeah, I think obviously the red cards um, kind of made Seattle back off a little bit. But even before that, I think we were looking good on the ball. We still created a couple of little openings, so we still started well. But obviously the red cards kind of changed the game a little bit, made them drop off, and thankfully it was our pressure a couple of times from Andres and Brian to get the chances and put them in the back of the net.
And Seattle ended up coming and sitting a little more deeper, and teams are starting to do that, as Vanny kind of mentioned, as a sign of respect. For you as a number 10, when teams are sitting deep, what are some things you maybe want to see from your team in those sorts of moments?
I think as long as we don't rush things, which I thought was actually tonight was the best we've been all year at. Just going from like side to side, keeping the ball, not forcing the issue, and eventually things will kind of open up. Albeit we didn't actually create that much from our own play. It was more, defending well high up, to get a couple openings, and I think the key thing was just being patient.
And lastly, what did you make, having Sam for his first start of the year, and what did you see on the goal? What do you make of that quality he has to find you?
Yeah, everyone knows obviously since he's arrived how good he is, the quality he gives to the team. Um, we've seen it, since he's been coming back from his injury, that he gives us another really good option down. I was gonna say down the left, but today it was down the right, and obviously his quality to pick me out for the goal, and just a good player that everyone knows, and the more the merrier.
Perfect. We'll start with Felipe and then Harry. Felipe?
Hey Ryan, congratulations on the win. I know you're not someone that focuses a lot on sort of individual accolades, but with the goal that you scored today, it made you tied in third most regular MLS season goals in club history with Freddie Montero, and it was your ninth game-winning goal in regular season, tied with Lucas Cavallini. Can you talk a little bit about the way that you play within this team that allows you to be able to reach these heights and be able to have these records and succeed with this team?
Yeah, I would say it's nothing that I do, individually. It's all part of the chances that we create as a team and the performances we put in as a team. I'm not the kind of boy that will take on 3-4 people and put it in the back of the net myself. I've scored the goals I've scored here thanks to the boys picking me out, and like today Sam picking me out on the cutback. So obviously I'm happy to hear that. I didn't know that, but hopefully there's a lot more to come.
And I wanted to hear from you a little bit about the team's mentality, because 2-0 up with a two-man advantage at the very end, the team could have switched off when Seattle had that chance, but Takaoka made that save. You guys cleared your lines, and to me that showed that mentality that you guys have that maybe we haven't seen in the last few years. Can you talk about the way that the team has grown together this season to really stay switched on through 90 plus minutes?
Yeah, we know how important it is, not to switch off at any points in the game. I think kind of a turning point for us was last year against Galaxy. We were 3-0 up, and then they got a guy sent off, and then we just switched off completely, and they battered us for whatever was left, the next like 60-70 minutes. So from then we've realised that we can't take anything for granted. Seattle still have really good players going forward, that could hurt us on any kind of counter attack. So we knew we still had to be switched on and focus on what we were here to do. And yeah, we done that thankfully.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Thank you, Felipe. Hard, then we'll finish with JJ.
Hi Ryan, it's Hart. Congratulations on the big win. Can you take us through that first red card? Did you think it was a red card at the time?
Yeah, initially I thought it could have been. I've not watched it back, but the balls kind of went to the side of me, and I've spun to hopefully get a layoff from Brian, and obviously you feel studs down your calf. It's you think it could be a red, so I've not seen it back. I know I was speaking to a few of their players during it, and they seemed to think it was harsh, but at the time I felt like it was the right decision, and I've not seen it back, so can't really say much more on it.
How is the calf? Vanny mentioned you had 6 stud marks. Yeah, you got kicked around a lot. They were messing you up, poking you and everything. How are you doing physically?
I'm good. Yeah, the calf's fine. Nothing that we've not had before, so yeah, everything's good. We'll be fine for the start of training during the week.
So I want to ask you about Jay Herdman. Jay came on when you came off. What's your impression of him? Vanny mentioned how hard he's worked in training and during preseason. Tonight was his MLS debut.
Yeah, since he started training with us, even last year, you could see he's a boy with a lot of quality, a good guy as well, and then unfortunately he had his knee injury, but to be honest, I think it's not completely a bad thing that he went through a really good gym program, and I think since coming back he's looked really, really good every time he's trained with us. He's very good on the ball. He's scrappy. I think you can tell he's worked hard to get back to full fitness, and yeah, I think he's got a good future ahead of him as long as he keeps working as hard as he has been. He could be a big player for us.
Thank you, Hard. We'll go to JJ.
Hey Ryan, congrats on the win tonight.
Thank you.
I got a hypothetical question for you. You are the sort of designated PK guy. If you guys were to get a PK next week against Red Bulls, considering where Brian White is on the all-time goal-scoring records for the Whitecaps, and friends and family would be there, would you let him take it even though he's never attempted one in MLS?
To be honest, I don't even think he would want to take it from me. Obviously we had the penalty at New York last year, and his friends and family were there, and he never brought up the subject. So hopefully we can get him a goal just through regular play before it comes to that.
Well, if it came down to it, would you force him to take it?
I'm not going to force him to take it. No. If it's on me to take penalties, I'll take the responsibility.
Fair enough. Thanks, Ryan.
Cheers.
Safe travels.
Thank you.
All right, thanks everyone. We'll be back on the pitch on Tuesday.